Hello friends, myself Siddharth Chauhan. Welcome to Easy Medcam. So today we are going to discuss about the comparison between the two toxins which are so uh, students might have so very confusion about how does these two toxins work. So the two toxins are, first one is a tetanus toxin, tetanus toxin, and second one is the botulinum toxin, botulinum toxin. Although the organisms which are causing this tetanus and the botulism are from the same genera, which are the Clostridium, but the species are different. So the tetanus is caused by Clostridium tetani, and the botulinum is caused by Clostridium botulinum. Okay, so here what we can see here is this the Clostridium, the both are having the same genera, although the species are different. So their process, how these two toxins work, they also are different, the mechanisms are different. So how does these two toxins work? Okay, so if this is a rough diagram of the spinal cord from where the alpha motor neuron arises. So if this is the spinal cord, okay, if this is a spinal cord level from where the alpha motor neuron arises. Okay, if this is the place from where the alpha motor neuron arises, and this is a terminal button, and here is the here is the muscle. Okay, this is the muscle. So this is called the neuromuscular junction or muscle end plate. Okay, neuromuscular junction. This is the neuromuscular junction. So how does this botulinum toxin work? So if I'm going to zoom this diagram here, this is the terminal end plate of the alpha motor neuron. This is the alpha motor neuron. Okay, so if I'm going to zoom this here, this alpha motor neuron is the cholinergic neuron, right? So inside there is a vesicle which is full of acetylcholine. This vesicle is acetylcholine. Okay, on the surface of this vesicle we have another protein which help in the fusion with this membrane of the postsynaptic membrane. So here the protein which is present, here one protein is present, and here also one protein is present. So these two proteins, they are from the family snare proteins. Okay, we studied the snare proteins in our biochemistry, right? There are two types of snare proteins, such as the V snare, which are present on the V snare, which are present on the vesicles, and the T snares or the terminal snares, which are present on the membrane here. Okay, there are so many types of V snares, but one of the type of V snare which is called the synaptobrevin. Okay, there are so many types of V snares we already discussed in the biochemistry. You will study in the biochemistry. So one of the V snare is synaptobrevin. And one of the T snare is called synaptotaxin. Okay. There are so many types of these snare proteins, but one of them are synaptobrevin, which is present on the vesicle, and another which is present on the membrane is synaptobrevin and synaptotaxin. Okay. So this, if botulinum toxin enters, if anyhow botulinum toxin enters via the Clostridium botulinum, so the botulinum toxin enters from here and they will concentrate here and they will destroy these snare proteins. They will destroy these snare proteins, and if the snare proteins are destroyed, so no more acetylcholines are released from this junction, and there is no effect of the acetylcholine on the neuromuscular junction. Okay, so there will be the flaccidity. Of the muscles. Okay, so this is a mechanism of the botulinum toxin. They will destroy the snare proteins which are present on the neuromuscular junction, synapse, host on the end plates of the alpha motor neurons. If anyhow those snare proteins are destroyed, there is no release of acetylcholine at the neuromuscular junction and the muscles will become flaccid. So the flaccidity of the muscle occurs in the case of botulinum toxin. Okay, so this is the point which we have to consider here. But the tetanus toxin, how does it work? The mechanism is same, but the site of actions are different. So if we consider the tetanus, they work by the same mechanism, but their sites are different. So if this is an alpha motor neuron, we know that it is an cholinergic neuron, but to excite these neurons all the time, if there is no inhibition of these neurons, they will excite by themselves, right? So there should be a machinery which should inhibit these alpha motor neurons. So the machinery which are present in which are already present in our human anatomy, those neurons are present at the level of spinal cord. So here we have another spinal cord. Here we have another neuron which is present at the level of spinal cord. This neuron is glycinergic neuron. So the neurotransmitters which are present in this neuron are glycine. If anyhow these neurons are excited, they will release the glycine on these alpha motor neurons, and the excitability of these alpha motor neurons is inhibited, and there is no action potential in the alpha motor neurons, and there will be no release of acetylcholine from the alpha motor neurons at the neuromuscular junction. So to have a concise exercise of this alpha motor neuron, there should be another neuron which is an inhibitory neurons, which will inhibit the alpha motor neurons, so that the alpha motor neurons by themselves are not get excited too much, right? So those neurons are glycinergic neurons which are present at the level of spinal cord. So if I am going to zoom this, okay, if I am going to zoom this glycinergic neurons, and here is a alpha motor neuron. Okay, this is only the rough diagram. So here also so many vesicles are present, and in this vesicles so many glycines are present, right? Glycinergic neuron. And here also snare proteins are present, the same synaptobrevin. This is the synaptobrevin and this is the syntaxin. So what does the toxins of the tetanus does? They will enter at this level and they will concentrate here and they will destroy this. Okay, they will destroy the synaptobrevin and syntaxin at the level of spiral cord of glycinergic neurons. And if anyhow those snare proteins are destroyed, so there is no fusion of these vesicles which is full of glycine at this membrane, and there will be no release of glycine at this level. So there will be no inhibition of the alpha motor neurons and they will get excited too much by themselves. So if toxins, tetanus toxins enters here, there will be no inhibition of alpha motor neurons and they will get excited by themselves, and there is too many acetylcholine release at the level of neuromuscular junction, and there will be a spasticity of the muscles. So spasticity of the muscles seen in tetanus toxin, right? So this is the main difference between the botulinum toxin and the tetanus toxin. So the students might get confused in this. How does the tetanus toxin and botulinum toxin works? They work by the same mechanism. They will destroy the snare proteins, but their site of actions are different. One is at the level of the neuromuscular junction, which is the botulinum toxin, and another is at the level of spinal cord, which is a tetanus toxin. I hope you like the cover of mine. If do so, please like, share and subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for more informative videos like this. Thank you.